Hello, Truth Seekers. This is your Conspiracy Laws host, JB. Welcome to episode 8. Today, we're going to blow the lid off of Mensa and how it's distracting the smartest people in the world from fixing real problems. So, first of all, what is Mensa? Mensa was founded in 1946 in Oxford, England. The goal was to form an aristocracy of the intellect. The only requirement is that you have an IQ in the top 2% of the world, of the population. And in most cases, this is at least 131. And initially, there were three purposes to the organization. First, identify and foster human intelligence for the benefit of humanity. Second, research into the nature, characteristics, and uses of intelligence. And the third one's provide a stimulating intellectual and social environment for members. So, in the early days, it started out great. It was going after that mission. It was actually helping intellectuals. It was helping nurture intelligence, and a lot of progress was made. Heck, they even had Buckminster Fuller as the second president. You may know him for his geodesic domes or buckyballs, or the fact that he's kind of into socialism and universal income. Uh, anyway, it was going well. The organization was doing great. Uh, so, what changed? You may remember, if you've studied your history or are kind of older, that there was a civil rights movement in the late 60s, and this scared the oligarchy. A lot of changes were happening all over the world. A lot of people were clamoring for rights, and there was fear of revolution. And the oligarchy knew they needed to get a strong grip on intellectuals because it was largely an intellectually driven thing. You had people like Noam Chomsky out there like banging the drum for rights and taking down the oligarchy really, and American colonialism and imperialism, and I'm sure there's other isms I can't remember. So the oligarchy was like, hey, let's get to the root of the intellectuals. Let's nip this in the bud. So they infiltrated Mensa and made it an insular group that became all about proving intelligence through IQ tests and puzzles. So essentially, the means for determining membership soon became an ends. Uh, Instead of like, okay, you've tested you have an high IQ, you can now be in Mensa. Instead, that became everything, and members soon were spending all their time creating difficult puzzles to stump other members, to just prove their intelligence over and over again. Um, I've got a, let me just show you this graph here if you want proof of what happened. So I had my assistant draw this up, and I don't know if you can see this, but you can see that as time goes by, the line is going up, and you can see there's a couple peaks there, and but with natural like troughs. But like the overall trend is like it's there. Like you can see that the oligarchy was infiltrating Mensa. It's pretty obvious. Um, and all of the evidence is there for anyone to find. You just gotta know where to look. I recommend going to your library, checking out the card catalog, Dewey Decimal System. Today there are 134,000 Mensa members. So that is 134,000 of our best and brightest minds. This includes 57,000 in the United States. These are super intelligent people that are doing nothing. They are distracted. Imagine what could happen if that brain power was mobilized. We all know that the world is crappy, that the rich, through using our governments, through corporations, the rich are owning everything, and they're making it difficult for 99.99% of us. Imagine if we took our smartest, the ideas they could create to get the job done. Uh, Imagine if they were working for us. But no, now they're distracted. There are even things like the Mensa mind games to get members to compete in their distraction. Um, it's disappointing. The founders of Mensa were even disgusted by the change in the 70s. One founder was even quoted as saying, "I'm so disappointed that members waste their time on silly puzzles." Uh, Basically, the oligarchy is keeping the smartest down, and keeping them from attacking the oligarchy with Sudoku. Not necessarily Sudoku, but like stuff like that. Just stuff to distract you. Crossword puzzles. Like, why? Why? Oh, cool. You've heard of Brian Eno. Awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Eno, but like, there every time I see him as a crossword clue, it's just depressing. Come on, get a grip. So, in the past, the smartest humans made the greatest contributions to society. Now they suffer in obscurity. They do nothing. They don't contribute at all. They're crocheting while watching Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or Family Feud. Um, And you may be wondering how I know all of this. In addition to being a member of the media, I was a member of Mensa. Um, Before you get on me, I didn't pay to take the test. Someone sponsored me because I'm smart, as you may be able to tell. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I took the test, got in, and was a member. And I got to see firsthand at the meetings, just nothing of substance was ever discussed. Um, and it was disgusting. Um, I tried to change things from the inside. I tried to be like, okay, I don't know what these stupid SAT analogies really matter to us. None of us are studying for the SAT. How about we tackle the Israeli Palestinian conflict? Why don't we see how we can solve that? And uh, what I got for it was I was kicked out of Mensa. Um, no explanation. They kicked me out. Um, it's depressing. There were really great people in there who were just distracted. They weren't doing anything with their intelligence. It's really sad to see. So you may be wondering, what can we do about this? First of all, we can boycott Mensa. Um, let's boycott silly IQ tests and puzzles. They do nothing except for, I don't know, make people think that they have some sort of unearned greatness about them. Um, let's build the smart people in our lives up and let's guide them in taking on more important issues. I'm not gonna like promote conspiracy laws here, but you could point them to this and be like, hey, this is a problem in the world. You could point them to any of the episodes and be like, this is a real problem and no one's working on it right now. What can you do to solve this problem? Uh, this is more rewarding than filling in a frickin' Sudoku, I don't know, chart or whatever. Let's put our minds to solving the most important problems of the world, such as bringing down the oligarchy. Wouldn't that be great? Not having rich people just controlling us, everything we do. That would be great. So I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions or ideas, please comment below. Please support the truth by subscribing to the Conspiracy Laws channel and sharing the truth with your friends. We'll be back tomorrow with an episode about the purse industry and how they are making sure that women don't have pockets on their clothes. In the meantime, think about what we uncovered today. We awake the world tomorrow.